Good evening, everybody. How are we doing today? Happy. Well, first of all, can y'all hear me? How I sound? Does that sound okay? I'm not going to go all crazy like Cherry does. What's up? Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, Daniel. How you doing? Good evening to you. Good evening. Let's see. We have Clark, Night Watcher, myself, Delivery Freaks. First time I think I've seen that name in here. So happy Tuesday to you, Delivery Freaks, and Daniel, of course. Yes, we're going to talk about some 11 Bravo. What's up? How you doing today? Um, yes, we're going to talk about some gig employees need to accept their poor choices of what they continue to do, continue to choose to do. And yeah, I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Thank you. Thank you. Tired. I should have saved this for the weekend or maybe a later date. I'm tired. It was hot today. We were busy at work. I'm hot. Not hot, but tired. But I said I was going to do it, so I'm going to do it. But yeah, we need to discuss some stuff with some of these gig workers. I don't know if you guys watched Pedro on Sunday. I think it was Sunday. We was on a live stream with Pedro. We were talking about, uh, metrics and pay models and all kinds of other stuff on there. But we had that on there. And then I was on a live stream today. He'll probably be in here. He might be in here later. Oh, let me put the link just in case somebody wants to. Let's put the link here. Let's put the link. We'll put the link. See if anybody would like to pop up on here tonight. There we go. We got the link in this bitch. So yeah, the poor decisions. One thing I've noticed is gig workers seem to hate, or gig employees seem to hate when other people are making money besides them. What's up, Mike? How you doing? I see people constantly complaining about what other people are making, what other people are charging for services. Um, why is that? Why is that in your business? You made the choice to be a gig worker. Let's face it, gig work is one of those disposable income type jobs. A lot of times, if people have extra disposable income, they order food, they order delivery. So you based your career, I guess you want to call it, or your livelihood on other people's disposable income. And when it doesn't meet or exceed your expectations, you want to bitch and complain about it. You're not getting paid enough. We shouldn't have to do this. We shouldn't have to do that. I see this stuff about regulations coming to different states. The only people you guys have to blame for regulations in your state are yourselves. You guys are on the news constantly bitching you're not making enough money. You're on the news complaining about doing strikes because you're not making enough money. So if any regulations or any of that come to your Nathaniel, how you doing? If any of that stuff comes to your cities or your states, you only have yourselves to blame. Gig workers are your own worst enemies. Customers aren't tipping as much. You know why? Because other gig workers stealing their food. Other gig workers not following directions. Other gig workers giving out half the order. Other gig workers fighting and bitching because they didn't get a big enough tip. So when customers don't want to tip anymore, or customers have dropped their tipping for the most part, it's usually because of other DoorDash drivers and other delivery drivers. You guys are your own worst enemies. And unfortunately, because these apps will put anybody and everybody on here, you get screwed in the process. That's why metrics don't matter. Doesn't matter how good you are. Doesn't matter what 4.99. Doesn't matter if you're a 5-star. Doesn't matter. Doesn't mean you're going to get more money. You're not going to get more tips. You could be the best driver out there. You're battling with all the other half-assed people out there that are delivering food. So you have to deal with the consequences of other people's actions. And this is what you have chosen to do. This is what you chose to do. So we should not be bitching consistently about not making enough tips, not making enough money, when you have chosen this type of job to do in the first place. DoorDash has completely dead for me. Only Grubhub, yeah. Yeah, it's one of those things. It's a hit and miss. Sometimes Grubhub sucks. DoorDash is on fire. Sometimes Uber Eats is on fire. DoorDash sucks. Vice versa. That's what I'm saying. It's a hit and miss disposable income thing. The companies don't care. They've proven that to you over and over again, but yet you still drive for the companies. $165 in 16 hours is a good day. That's trash. That's trash. Dead ass trash, bro. That's dead ass trash. Dude, I worked 7 hours today. Let's see. Hold on. Let me think. I worked 7 hours today and I made almost $150. So $165 in the 16 hours, you suck. That's horrible. I made almost $150 in 7 hours. And that's W-2. So don't ugh. What is that? What's up, Ryan? How you doing? Drivers against each other, stores, companies. Yeah, exactly. Drivers are your number one enemy. Other drivers are your are the enemy. It's not the business's fault that people aren't tipping. It's not the company's fault that, it's not DoorDash's fault customers aren't tipping. It's your other dashers that are causing people not to tip anymore. The service has gotten so easy and so accessible to everybody as far as working on the platform that at this point, it's just trash. Everything out there is trash. You could be, like I said, you could have the best matrix and this is why I say matrix don't matter. The only matrix that really matter, in my opinion, are customer ratings, because those are your actual employers, I guess you could say. Those are the ones that are actually should be the ones dictate. But other than that, there is no matrix that matters, because you have the greatest matrix out there. That doesn't mean you're going to get more tips. Nope. Doesn't mean you're going to get the better orders. Nope. We've all seen this. None of this matters. Did I say matrix? My bad, dude. I'm told you, I'm tired, man. We were busy today, and I'm tired. So, you want to sit there and if something comes out of my mouth wrong, Scott, and you want to correct it, you're more than welcome to do that. You can play English teacher today. If you want to be the English teacher of the YouTubes, you can do that today. That's fine. Whatever. The matrix, whatever. It's all the same. You know what I'm talking about, goddamn English teacher up in this motherfucker. Don't you have some plants to water? No, joke. I would make tips automatic to smooth things out. Only lose 5% of the worst customers. Yeah, but see, you can't make tips automatic. Unfortunately, you can't make tips automatic. That's unfortunate. You can't, because I know they do it in some restaurants, but it has to be a certain amount of people or something like that. But you can't force people. To tip. That's like Ryan. Do you feel that you should be forced to tip? You know what I'm saying? Do you feel you should be forced to tip for delivery? My idea was a delivery charge. That's what my idea was. A flat rate, $10 delivery charge. Customer wants to tip, they can. They don't have to. But a flat rate $10 delivery charge, $10 delivery charge, and you would get rid of the people that don't want the delivery. Same thing, you would get rid of the trash. But we know these people are going to order the food regardless. They already have the retarded ass fees, high fees. Hey, Latoya, they already have the high fees, and people still order. So it's not like they're gonna, if they have to pay an extra $4 on a delivery fee or delivery charge, they're going to do it. They're going to do it. And the ones that don't want to pay, you don't want those customers anyways, right? You don't want those $2 orders anyways. So if they're not willing to pay for the service, to be lazy, to be entitled, then they don't need to be on the platform. And that's where your metrics, is that better for you, Scott? Metrics. Is that better? I wanted to make sure I did that for you. Metrics would mean more. They could get rid of the shittier drivers. Should not feel forced to take a bad offer. I hate these apps, but I love them too. Nobody's forcing you to take a bad offer. Nobody forces you. That's one of the things you gig workers or gig employees always brag about. I can accept and decline whatever I want. So you're never forced to do anything because you're allowed to do whatever you want, remember? That's one of the things you guys love the most about DoorDash, Uber Eats. I can decline whatever I want. I don't have to take dookie orders. That's one of your guys' biggest selling points on gig work, remember? So you're not forced to do anything. I'm old school. Let's see. Doing gig work full time is wild unless you're all the apps. Even then, you need an explanation. Yeah. You got to have all the apps. You got to have at least 5 or 6 because, that way you can bounce from one to another. You can bounce from one to another and shit like that. So, yeah, you got to have all the apps. As many apps as you possibly can. I'm old school, but gig work requires new thinking. The charge is same different. Let's see, the charge is same different, except companies aren't forced to share. Also, if I see an offer that says requires customer verification, I don't see any age restriction items. It's in order. Those are auto declines for me. You didn't read it right. And you're right. I'm not forced to. Let me see. How did I not read it right? Let me see. Should not feel forced to take a bad offer. I hate these apps, but I love them too. What did I say? How did I read it wrong when I said you're not forced to take any apps? You say should not feel forced to take a bad offer. I said you're not forced to take any bad offers. You're not forced to take any offer. So how did I not read that right? Please, how did I not read that right? You said should not feel forced to take a bad offer. I said you're not forced to take any bad offers. You're not forced to take any offer unless you want it. How the fuck did I read it wrong? She feels forced to take them. No, she doesn't. No, she's not forced to take anything. She's not forced. If she feels forced, that's on her. That's her. The app's not holding no guns to anybody's head. You said I'm not forced. I didn't say I was forced. I said you shouldn't feel forced. I didn't. You're not. Yeah, you're not. You're not. You said, oh my fucking God, dude. Maybe this is the reason why you guys don't do W2s. Because your fucking brains, I don't know. I don't know. You should not feel forced to take an offer. I said, you're not forced to take an offer. You're not forced. You're not forced. You said, I'm not forced. I didn't say you. I said, you're not forced. That goes for everybody. Not just you. It goes for everybody. Wasn't speaking directly to you. I didn't say, Peach, you're not forced. I said, no. I said, you're not forced to take anything. That applies to everybody, not just Peach. The fuck? Download an auto clicker. You're the only way you feel forced to take anything is because you forced it on yourself. because you put yourself in a horrible position to be somebody else's bitch that chooses not to pay you, that chooses to use your own metrics. How was that, Scott? Just for you. And there's another guy right here. This guy right here. We got to talk about something I saw on him today that helped me do this live stream. She said she's not forced. She said she doesn't feel forced. Yeah, I said Matrix, dude. I fucked it up. I'm sorry. Yeah, Roy, I'm not that entitled or think all about me. No, nobody said you're entitled. You do think you're entitled. You got all gig app workers think they're entitled. That's why you complain about not making money. You know, you're not making what you feel you should make. Like this guy, Mr. Cherry Pick. Mr. Cherry Pick today actually got paid $102 for an order. They gave him a $4 base pay. You know why? Because they can, and they know people will accept it. But the man made $102 on a fucking order, and he still was complaining that they should have paid me this. They should have paid me this much. The fuck? So it doesn't matter how much money these companies pay you. Well, technically the customer paid you, but it doesn't matter. You made $100 on an order and you still complain. They should have paid me more. I pinned the link. Why? I just put the link. I don't need to feel like pinning it right now. Hold on. Jeez, there. Brandon, are you coming up here, Brandon? Are you coming up here, Brandon? I'll pin the link just for you. Give me a few. I'll come up in 10. Okay, whatever. I'm waiting on you because we got that other thing to discuss. I want to discuss with you something. Your metrics, not matrix, metrics. Yeah, Cherry actually complained. He got $102. Granted, it was majority was from the customer, but it doesn't matter. He still made a killer order, and he still wasn't happy with it. How many of you guys, by raising your hand, would love to get $102 payout? Just raise your hand. How many of you would like that? Get one payout for $102. How many of you would like it? Let me go pin this for Brandon, so he feels special, because I love to do what my fans ask of me. So I'm gonna pin it just for Brandon. Let me get there. I gotta watch my commercials because I do this for money. I do this. Here we go. This is for you, Brandon. I pinned it just for you, buddy. Here you go, my friend. Just for you. I don't give a fuck where it comes from. Just pay me my money. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Cherry sounded good today. Yeah, he did. His stream went really well. Let's see. I don't give a fuck where my money comes from. Pay me. Yep, exactly. It doesn't matter as long as you're making money. That's the point, right? Making money. I am a good employee. I think I'm the best employee ever. I think I'm the greatest employee ever. Whether my other employees think so or whether my boss thinks so, it doesn't matter. As long as I'm confident and I feel I'm the best. Uncuffed Sports Podcast. Is that you, Hector? Just say hey yes if it's Hector. Or is that Cherry's other channel? Just say yes if it's Hector. So we can give you a wrench. Let's see. That's a good payout, but when you know the base pay used to be higher and know what it paid is no, it's not degrading. It's not degrading. It's not degrading. All these apps have got you down to $2 base pays. The apps have done it to you. You guys have allowed the apps to do it to you. So it's not an unexpected thing. It's not unexpected when you get a $2 base pay or a $4 base pay because they have done this to you over time. So it's not. Here to make money, not to do charity work and then complain about it. If it's not worth my time, I'm not taking it. Exactly. You're not forced to take it. it's not worth your time, don't take it. But if you're not making money, let's say you get doo-doo orders all day. Hey, Maddie, how you doing? Let's say you're not taking any orders because all the orders are doo-doo. You don't make any money for the day. Don't complain about that either, though. But that seems to be the biggest issue. They don't want to take the dookie orders, so they don't make money, and then they want to complain. You either got to have it one way or other. Sit there and wait to accept the best orders you can and make the money you can, or take the doo-doo orders and make the money you can. But at the end of the day, if you choose not to take the dookie orders and you sit there for 4 hours, Dino, and you don't get any orders and you make no money, don't complain about that. That's your choice. That's part of the thing that I'm talking about, poor choices. That was your poor decision to sit there for 3 hours when you could have stood on you could stand on the corner with a cup and ask for a fucking change. We'll work for food or something and make more than 3 hours sitting in a parking lot waiting for DoorDash to send you an offer. That's what I'm talking about, poor decisions. Don't tell me how to feel. Who's telling you how to feel? Who's telling you how to feel? I can tell you whatever the fuck I want. It's my channel. It's my channel. I can tell you whatever I want. If that's directed towards me, I can tell you whatever the fuck I want. That's my deal. My channel, woman. Don't come in here. I'm not your bitch. I'm not your man. Tell me what I can or cannot tell you on my channel. Shh. You're lucky I don't slap the shit out of you talking to me like that. No, I'm just joking. What's up, Maddie? How's it going, Maddie? Let's see. Tracy, please don't snitch me out. Snitches get stitches. You ain't tough enough to stitch up nobody, bro. You'd be the first one calling the po-pos. You'd be straight calling the po-pos right off the bat. California, let's see. My AR is high enough to decline some trash where the orders will come through consistently. Yeah, nice. I don't allow these apps to. Let's see. Let's see what this one says. I don't allow the apps to me. I don't know what that means. You're missing a few words there. I know that I've been bitching to people for 2 years who are taking crap offers and bitching about the base pay, not effing take it. We want the algorithm to go up. But you know what? It's not going to. Because the amount of people you reach on your channel, which is what, 5 or 6 people that come into your live stream that you're telling people not to take, you're not paying their bills. They got to pay their bills. So if that means they got to take $45, $2 offers to make money to pay their bills, they're going to do that. Some people don't have that privilege to sit around and wait for $50, $60 offers. They don't have it. They don't have it. I'm good. So are you? Oh, I'm good. Did Jody tell you I got my gift? No, she didn't tell me. But you got your gift? Okay, good. I'm glad that worked out for you. I'm glad that turned out for you. You want the Alexa? Alexa, tell them.
You stupid dude.
Okay, you got your Alexa. You saw it? Good. Did you have the little person? Is that why you're sore? Did you have your little person? Let's see. He reads his chat. Yeah, of course I do. Yeah, you're never gonna. You're not reaching enough people. There's not enough people that do gig work that watch YouTubes to not take those orders. And once again, you can't expect people. They gotta pay. They gotta pay bills. They can't sit around. They gotta pay bills. They made the choice to work these shitty apps, and now they're stuck in the grind. They're stuck having to accept the dookie offers because they've put themselves in that position to take dookie offers. They need to get a W-2 if they want their bills paid. But why? Why? Is it best to have a W-2 and then maybe do gig work on the side? That's what I think is the best for it. Unless you're like California dashing beauty person. who has her shit together. I assume she's a woman that has her shit together, and she has it set to where she's making good money. She might be in a very good market too, and that's another thing that dictates a lot of it. You in a dookie ass market, you're gonna get dookie ass results, and once again, that's a poor decision. If you choose to live in a poor area or in a poor market, that was your choice. You moved there. That's where you live. So if you're gonna choose to base your job on the doo-doo ass market that you live in, and you still choose to do this work knowing that the market is dookie, don't complain. That's your poor choice. That was your poor choice to do. Damn, what the fuck? Am I stroking the fuck out or something? Like the fuck? I told you I'm tired, y'all. We had a busy day today, and I'm fucking tired. Hey, Truth Warrior, long time no see, shorty. How you doing? I'm gonna start building my portfolio soon, but I'm gonna start with EFTs and then work my way. Excellent. Start investing any extra money, and that's another thing. You guys were always talking about how much bomb ass money you guys were making during the C word, the cooties. Where's your guys' money going? Did any of you put it away? That you're still on here complaining? Did any of you put money away? Any investment? If you were making thousands of dollars a week, why are we still on here complaining? Didn't we put some money away? Put some investments away? I can put upward mobility for my friends, describe their employment. I didn't move to my podunk town. My parents dragged me there. Okay, well, that's fine. But you don't seem to have an issue. You don't seem to have an issue, Blaze. Because for some reason, people in Louisiana seem to be the laziest and the best tippers I've ever seen in my life. Look at Bobby. Bobby be killing it out there. So apparently people in Louisiana, they love the tip and they love the order because you guys are getting good orders. You guys are getting good orders. So you're either in a very good market, which is most of the time it's your market. It's all market dependent, which a lot of people still don't want. I don't think they wish to believe, but it's market dependent. If you live in a podunk town where there's only 50,000 people, don't expect to make millions on DoorDash. You're 50,000 people. You probably got 2 or 3 restaurants, maybe a few 7-Elevens, maybe a McDonald's on every other corner versus every corner. Yeah, you're not going to make money. So why would you choose to do a job that first is usually disposable income? Most people have disposable income, order food like that. And knowing that you don't have enough business out there to sustain your ability to make money, why would you choose a job like that? Roy, if I don't complain or keep talking about it, then I'm part of the problem. No, you're not part of the problem if you don't talk about it. You're not part of the problem. But constantly complaining and talking about the same shit that you have no ability to change, and the fact that these gig apps continue to show that they're going nowhere but down, it does no good to talk about it anymore. It does no good to talk about it because people aren't listening anyways. Look at Pedro, 86,000 people. Hundreds of people watch his videos. He tells them, don't do this, don't do that. Guess what? They do it. Because you know why? They have no choice. They put themselves in that financial position that they have no choice. But they have to take dookie offers or they get nothing. Doing great, finish yard work. I know what tired feels like. Were you affected by the floods? No, not at all. I'm glad I'm no longer doing gig work here because the market is, yeah. Please excuse my ignorance, but what does podunk mean? Podunk means like small town type shit. Like small town shit. So it just means small town. It doesn't mean anything bad. It says podunk town. It just means like small towns. Small towns. Nothing bad. 38K souls here and high expectations. Exactly, bro. Exactly, Ryan. Motherfuckers, motherfuckers live in a town with 25,000 people and expect like 10,000 of those people to order DoorDash in one day so they can make enough money. Like, come on, bro. Most of those people that live in those podunk towns, it's because they're super cheap. They're super cheap to live there. So what makes you think they're going to be ordering all this DoorDash and Uber Eats and tip it $25? Ain't happening. Ain't going to happen. Hey, Brown Dasher, how you doing? I went to his church on Sunday. Oh, good. Awesome. Good for you. Yeah, why would he lie about it? There's no reason to lie. And I'm sure if Bobby was had his channel, or Bobby still had his channel, or went on other people's channel, he'd show his metrics, his money, his metrics. Is that okay for you, Scott? I said it. Did I say it right for you, Scott? Got teacher Scott in the house. Yeah, it's hella high. It was hot, and I'm tired. We were busy. But it isn't the gig app's fault. The base pay continues to go down. It's the people who take low base pay offers because they got to make 2 in 30 minutes to pay bill. In my personal opinion, even if people didn't take them, they still drop the base pay. They still drop the base pay. There's always going to be people out there to take it. There's always people hurting and desperate for money and desperate to make sure their family eats and pay bills that they'll do it for 50 cents base pay. If they had to do it for 50 cents base pay, they would. That's just how it is. That's just how it is. So it doesn't matter. If they took the base pay away and you worked on tips only, you still would do it. There's still people out there doing it. What's up, Paris? How you doing? There's still be people out there doing it. It's just a poor decisions that you continue to do this, knowing that it's it's stressing you out every day. It's a poor decision. You got to find something that works. Work it part time. You know what? I'm Bobby. I'm not even gonna say that that's necessarily true. I'm not gonna say that's necessarily true. I'm sure in some markets it has you're stuck. You're stuck taking. You're stuck having to take those. I'm sorry. I'm sure there are some markets out there you're just stuck. You're stuck. To be honest with you, and think about it. These people are still making money. They're still taking $2, $3 orders and making money. They're still making money. They're still making money. May not be making the high dollars that you guys like to make or want to make, but they're making money. You know, if they're doing it and they live in a household where the other person has a job and they're doing this like the wife or something or whatever the place. Jeffrey, thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate the $1.99. Thank you. But if you're continually complaining about not making enough money, you're destroying your car. These are your choices. These are the poor choices you have made because you have the ability. Remember, I've always used to say, haven't said it in a long time, but I used to have a catchphrase. Payman reminded me of this. We texted the other day, or I think a week ago. He reminded me of this. You are the creator of your own destiny. You are the creator of your own destiny. So if you continue to allow these gig apps to control your destiny to where you're destitute, you're in a bad mood every day, you're in living in your car 17 hours a day to make $100, then you're not creating your own destiny. You're creating your destiny is being created by the apps, and you're allowing that to happen. So you at some point have got to become the creator of your own destiny. Take shit into your own hands. Quit expecting legislators to come in, and change it for you. Quit expecting the apps to change it for you. Quit expecting YouTubers on YouTube, gig YouTubers, to somehow change it for you. It's never going to happen. You need to change it for yourselves. You got to create that destiny, not allow the apps to do it for you. I first heard you in the Pedro panel. You killed it. Oh, thank you, bro. I appreciate you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Let's make sure. Okay, Jeffrey, this is one of the rules. When you come in here, I'm going to make you blue. So now you got to, part of the rules is you got to say, I'm blue, bitches. That's part of the rules. That's part of the rules, man. You got to say, I'm blue, bitches. That's how it works. Oh, there he is. Okay. Bobby, you know the rules. You know the rules, Bobby. You know the rules. I'm blue, bitches. See, let's see. Low base, low tips is a direct result of drivers taking. I would say, oh, shit. What am I doing? I would say the low tips nowadays, you're my boy, Blue. Yeah, right. I would say the low tips nowadays is becoming more of a direct effect of shitty drivers. I think it has more of an effect of shitty drivers. Hold on, let me bring up Mr. And you can control your mouth, right? You're able to control your mouth.
Hey man, take it easy. Can you hear me? Because I've been backstage or in StreamYard on my computer, and I could not get two
Uh
different
huh.
microphones to work.
No, you
So
sound
how do
perfectly
I
fine.
sound? I'm on my phone.
Yeah,
Right,
you
dude.
sound
I
fine.
took the microphone that I used today on my
Mm-hmm.
computer, and now I have it on my phone. So it should sound about the same, except something's fucked up, man. I don't know what it is. I've been for
Sounds
like the
fine.
last 5 minutes. I've been backstage and I got frustrated and I just said, fuck it. And I grabbed the phone and came up this way.
Yeah, I didn't
All
even
right.
see
So
what
before
you.
you say a word, you don't, did you not understand the concept of what I said today, man? Are you just trying to annoy me? I moved $1,200 worth of food. Okay, even if it's an 18% commission, that is $218 that Easy Caterer is getting. Then they get a $35 delivery fee. So that's $253, Roy, that I am bringing the company by doing this job. I'm a cog in the fucking process. And for $253, because the tip doesn't count, because even if it was a zero tip, it would still be $253 that this company's getting. I get $4. So my cut out of $253 to use my insurance, my time to be the face of the company, to make sure that I conduct myself good, make sure everything's okay, be the go between the restaurant for Easy Caterer, and then, be the go between the drop off in Easy Caterer, and make sure everything is smooth. I am supposed to be paid $4.
Apparently, because that's what they put it out there for, was
They
four
can
dollars.
suck me.
Well, okay, well they can suck you, but they still got you to do it, right?
Yeah, paid my phone bill.
They still got you to do it.
Because
So
I'm a fucking suckered slave
that's
and
what
I
I'm
needed
saying.
my phone bill paid. Yes.
So yes, because you feel that you deserve more of that 235 doesn't mean they're going to give it to you. So it
No, but
doesn't
see, this
matter.
is where I switch sides and become exactly like you say. Hey, listen, man, if you and me ran a company and we could get a guy to do all that work and bring us $253, obviously 250 $8 or whatever it works out to. Fucking, and we can pay him $4. Let's fucking see if we can get him to do it for 3 next month. And, no, as a business person, I get it, but as a driver, you gotta scratch your fucking head. I mean, come on.
Yeah, but you also got to remember the name of this live stream: poor decisions, poor choices. Is
Yeah,
it?
well,
Is
maybe I
it?
made a poor choice coming up here then, smarty pants. Fuck you then. Fuck you then,
No,
right?
but for reals though, when we were talking about they get 30. Okay, so if a restaurant makes $1,000 worth of food for a customer, correct? You're
Yes.
telling me they take 30%? They're getting 300 of
They
that thousand.
take Uber Eats used to take 30 off the top. They lower it to compete. But yes, company, depending on like I said the other, when we were talking earlier, obviously Panda Express and Chipotle and Chick-fil-A, and those companies that have thousands and thousands of restaurants, they cut better deals. Um, but I believe the standard norm for Easy Cater is 18%. I believe that if you have no clout or seniority with Uber Eats, I think it's up to 30%. Now, if you work for a franchise, if you have that power behind you, then they cut deals. But that's being taken off of the food value. Yes. So let's just use $100. So if it's an 18% commission. All right, not including anything else. 18% commission off $100. That's $18 that this entity, whether it's Grubhub, Uber Eats, fucking DoorDash, is taking from the restaurant. Now, like I said before, a lot of restaurants, when I did restaurant work and I was a manager and I had to do the books, I would always be okay if I had 30% profit after I paid the employees, the rent, the this, the that, the overhead. I used to have to sit there and fill all this shit out every month. And back in the day, where I got $6 an hour for being a manager plus bonuses. And if the numbers didn't match up, if the girls gave too much free beer away, then I would make less money. Do you follow me?
Yeah, I know. I'm
So
not fucking retarded.
I was always taught, and even when I had catering companies and when I priced stuff out, there was always supposed to be around 30% profit for the restaurant at the end of the day. And if you're giving 18% to DoorDash, or if you're giving 30% to fucking Uber, then where's your profit? There ain't no profit. So that's what I'm trying to tell you, Roy. I'm not looking at what the customer fucking gets charged. I could give a fuck less if it costs them $100 to get a goddamn bacon and egg breakfast. It ain't my concern. Then don't do it.
Yeah,
It's that the restaurants are being
you
taken up the butt.
yeah, but you can't blame the companies for that. You can't blame Easy Cater for that. What stupid ass owner of a business is willing to give away that much of their money? That's what you got to
All
ask
of
yourself.
America. That's what I'm trying to tell you. This is a norm. This isn't somebody who's getting ripped off. It's every goddamn restaurant in America that deals with these platforms.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Why would you? That makes no sense to me. That I
That's
don't.
why when
I can't
people
feel
come in,
sorry. I
Roy,
can't feel sorry
that's
for.
why when you go into a restaurant and this cute little old lady who's the owner of a diner fucking is sweet to everybody, and then when it's your turn, they think you're a customer and they go, "Oh, how are you, sir? It's a beautiful day." And you say, "Yeah, I'm here for a DoorDash." Go fuck yourself. You're taking money out of my fucking kids' mouths.
Well, that's their choice. That's their choice.
Right. Well, not
I don't
necessarily
feel. I
because
don't feel
they got
sorry.
forced because of competition, because of different things. They didn't have a choice at some point.
Well, you always have a choice. You always have a choice.
What?
If
So
you're
then
if you're
they
if you're
tell DoorDash they don't want to be on the program, and then fucking all of a sudden they tell Grubhub and they tell Uber, and then all of a sudden they Google their own business name and their website comes up number 40th, and Uber and Travelocity, who has a Grubhub ad, and fucking all that other shit buries them from the Silicon fucking Valley Mafia. It's
Well, no,
all in cahoots, dude. And
this is the way
dude,
I look.
when you
This is the way,
listen, when you Google a mom and pop restaurant and talk about their catering, it has their website, and then Easy Caterer pays to have an ad under it that Google lets them do that says, "Hey, you want catering from Roy's Diner? Click here." And it's bypassing the actual owner. They're fucking stealing the identity and then charging you 18% and a $35 delivery fee.
well, that's they well
Just
they can
saying, dude.
well they can get themselves taken off any app, just like In-N-Out Burger did with DoorDash. They
But
can call
it's not so easy. It's not so easy.
yeah, it's easy. All they have to do is sue them. I'm sue you if you don't take me off your app. They'll do it. They have no choice. But that's the deal. Even if you're a small mom and pop small shop, and you notice that you're getting a lot of deliveries, for example, you're getting a fair amount of deliveries through DoorDash or whatever. What as a business owner, why would you not hire somebody to do deliveries at that point, or one or two
Well,
delivery drivers?
okay. If you ever hear UDM or you ever hear me talk, we encourage that. To
Well,
go
that's what
to
I'm
a
saying.
restaurant
So,
that's
so
using Easy Caterer, dude, go to a
yeah,
restaurant that uses Easy Caterer that you have a good relationship with and tell it has to be a mom and pop. It can't be a franchise usually. Or you have to get to an owner or somebody of stature. And then you tell them, hey, you like me? Yeah, we love you. The guy that came and did the orders last week when you weren't here didn't have catering bags. His car was fucked up. The customers fucking complained, said that they didn't get their order when we know we gave them all the food. And I'm like, yeah, wouldn't you like to have me? Yeah. Well, how about you give me the fucking $35?
well, I'm just
Or
saying. I'm
you
just
give
saying.
me and you work out different shit. And you're like, oh, it's 35. I know that these people tip $100. I'll do it for 15 plus tip. And they're like, okay.
Well, I'm just saying. You were saying earlier today that these companies are the downfall of this. That no, it ain't. These companies are the downfall of themselves because they're allowing this type of shit to happen to themselves. It's not DoorDash's fault. It's not EasyCater's fault that these fucking business owners are that dumb and they
All
don't pay.
Easy Caterer really is an advertising company. That's all they are. And they're using, like I said, dude, they have, when you look at a restaurant and fucking put in catering, the website comes up, but then right under the website in big letters, there's an advertisement that Easy Caterer pays, like ad clicks, like AdSense. On Google, and it says, fucking order your catering for fucking Roy's Barbecue here, and the people click on it, and it's not the website for the company, it's fucking Easy Caterer's website.
Well, they would have to know if the order is going through EasyCater. The company would
Yes.
have to know. Okay. Let's say I go and I click on Roy's Barbecue through EasyCater, and I order $1,000 barbecue through EasyCater for Roy's Barbecue. Oh, you telling me Roy's Barbecue doesn't know that that's EasyCater placing the order?
Oh, no. They know 100%, and they have a contract. And yes, of course,
Okay.
it's not that it's not that I'm coming in with a credit card and they don't know I'm doing it. Yes. But they know that a lot of these owners, dude, are pissed off. They're like, man, this
That's their
is
own. That's their own fault. They need to take themselves off the
right.
app.
You can ask any caterer when you go in, and they won't they give you buffet setup of a whole bunch of food, multiple catering bags, and then they tell you that the customer has to pay extra for the utensils to eat the food. And it's like, why are you so belligerent, and how unreasonable is that? And the real reason is they're mad that all this money is getting taken from them. So that's a lot of these restaurants' little revenge is to send you without napkins, utensils, and serving utensils and say, fuck you, pay extra for it.
Well, then once again, it's not the apps that are causing the downfall of these companies. It's their own fault for allowing it to happen. Because let's think about it, bro. If you owned a restaurant, you did, let's say, 6 catering orders a week of this particular amount. You're telling me that Cherry has to rely on EasyCater to get it delivered, that Cherry, being the owner of the business, can't get in his own fucking car
No, no, no,
and
no,
go
no.
take.
Dude, Roy, you cannot get the $35 fee that the restaurant pays. You cannot pay that, and you can have your own driver do it. That is correct.
Exactly. So there's no
Yes.
reason that anybody should be mad if you're allowing these apps to fuck you in the butthole.
Right, but dude, they still have to pay the 18%. That's the $35 delivery fee. Doesn't apply if you deliver it yourself.
That's why I'm saying there's no. I can't see of any person with any common business sense that if they only do 6 or 7 catering orders a week, that they would have to deal with Easy Cater to begin with and be on that app to begin with, that they can't deliver that shit themselves. That makes no sense.
Right, but here's one of the issues, Roy. They're all at lunchtime, so they would have to get if they do 6, and a lot of these companies, I see them, they do 5, 6, 7 a day. They don't have 7 delivery drivers, and if they do, their delivery drivers is delivering their regular lunch at lunchtime, so they really don't have a choice. You get what I'm trying to say?
There's got to be a way.
But you understand that their delivery drivers are busy at lunchtime, and these are all lunchtime orders. A majority of them, a big chunk of them, are between 10:30 and 12:30. So it's like, so if a company has 3 orders a day, they have to have 3 extra drivers because they're real drivers. So then basically the company is looking for a part timer, a guy that just is like an old guy that wants to come in and just do some catering for them.
Yeah.
You know, something like that. And then it becomes an issue with employment. Then it goes back to the whole thing. And why does your company and why does some companies that traditionally deliver themselves start subbing it out to other companies? Because of convenience of finding labor. The key to these companies are not only do we work for free while we're waiting for an order, we're on call for free while we're sitting there a half hour. But not only are they doing that, Roy, but they're also, from another standpoint, look how they're fucking taking an employment thing. They're basically subbing us out to fucking these pizza companies now, and these companies that deliver and have their own staff. They're basically subbing us out. Sub of a sub of a sub.
Yeah, but see, okay, you say that you have people that would call you directly to do their catering, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so they can treat you just like a regular 1099, correct?
Yes.
So why can't they? I would say this: why don't you become a consultant? If you know these companies have these big giant catering orders, why don't you become a consultant? Make actual money instead of bitching about your $4 pay. Instead of bitching about your $4 pay.
I agree with you, Roy.
Okay, then quit bitching about $4 and go out there and make your money as a consultant. Say, this is the deal. You call me when you got catering. I will get you the drivers, 1099 style, just like DoorDash or anything else. They could pay you directly, whatever your little fee would be. Whatever you make.
Now, the issue with that is having the proper insurance to do it legally.
Okay,
if you get in an accident.
If they're doing DoorDash and Uber Eats, then it is what it is. They're
right, but it's a different insurance. But I will tell you, I'm going to give you a scenario of somebody that I do these orders for, because I don't talk about it on YouTube, where they have a delivery driver. They have delivery drivers included in the insurance they pay for the restaurant, right? Because they do some delivery, but they really don't. So I am technically, with my social, an employee there. But I only get paid. There is no W-2, but it's technically a W-2. I fall under their insurance when I deliver their catering orders. That's what they did for me. And they call me and say, listen, we have this fucking order. And a lot of times, Roy, it's not that I suck it up, but they know that I'm not going to leave my house for a small thing. And if there's no tip on it, they give me a bunch more money. But they don't not only give me $4 like these motherfuckers. I at least get from them $15.
Okay, well, there you go. There's your business. Then why are you bitching about $4 then? If you got a way to make the extra,
because I'm proving a point, Roy, that even though I made $102, it's still bullshit. I deserve $130.
Well,
$140.
And I deserve fucking millions, but until I hit the lottery, I'm stuck. So yeah. I'm stuck. So, but yeah, that's
you
just
see
crazy.
my point, though, dude.
Well, I see your point, but But until you become your own man and have your own shit, they're going to take advantage of you because there's always those people that are going to take it. You took it for $4, so what makes you think
Yeah.
somebody else ain't going to take it for $3? They will.
Right. And on my life, I told everybody, I showed Hector and I said, these cocksuckers only gonna pay me $4. And he goes, they're only gonna pay you $4, Cherry. And then it's like, well, what are you gonna do? I want $100, man. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
So I take it, but while I'm taking it, it's crossing my mind that I'm only getting $4.
yeah, and at the end of the day, and that's what it boils down to. They know they have trapped people into this the hamster wheel that they have
Yeah.
put themselves in a position that they got to take whatever we decide to pay. They're going to take regardless. So,
It's a vicious cycle, dude. Like I was saying earlier, once you are short on money and you rely on these apps only, now you're short of money because you had a bad month with the apps. So what do? You have to go out and do the apps more to pay off your bills for the month. Instead, and you just keep doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it. And there becomes no safety net. You become basically you're working and doing these apps if you're a full timer. And if you don't have money saved and you have a bad couple weeks, it can fuck up yourself for 2 months because now DoorDash's algorithm and the AI sees that you're taking orders that you didn't used to take. And they think you're broke and it's a computer that seizes you. And it sounds paranoid, but it happens. The app's like, this motherfucker's broke. He ain't never took a fucking $5.75 order. Now that we see that he takes them, we're gonna fucking give them to him.
Yeah, and that goes back to the name of this thing, poor choices.
Right.
Poor choices. You made the poor choice to continue on and put yourself in that position. Okay, my next question for you is, why does it seem like gig employees always want to get mad at other people for making money when they're not able to make money? Why do you think that is?
When it comes to the companies or other drivers?
No, when it comes to any other, like we'll take Dino. Remember, Dino's complaining because he lives in a town and the mechanics are charging this much to fix your car, and he's mad at that because they shouldn't be able to make that much money fixing people's cars. And we know Dino, he ain't making what he thinks he should make doing the apps. So why do you think? And I just know he's not the only one that thinks like that. So why do you think that gig workers think like that? That because I'm not making enough or what I think I'm worth, then nobody, no matter what job they do, is worth that much money. Why do you think?
Well, I think Dino needs to tip his mechanic.
Or learn to fix his own shit.
Yeah, but Dino, you complain about doing no tip orders all the time. That guy needs a free hamburger, dude. Give him $20 so he can order DoorDash. But dude, I don't know why he does that, but it's funny how people turn. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I told the story last week where I actually did a Chick-fil-A order to my dispensary. Oh shit. Dude, did I lose you?
No, you're fine.
Okay, well, I almost showed my face or something. I tripped. But I did an order to my marijuana dispensary, and I always throw them at least $5, and they're getting paid by the hour. You're not really supposed to tip them, but I tip them. And then I went and I brought 3 meals, and the thing was only $7 and didn't go up. And it's come to find out they only tipped me like $3, and DoorDash gave me $4 base pay. I tip those people every fucking time I go there, and I'm sitting there looking at them. I'm like, you know that I'm the guy that always throws you $5 whenever nobody else throws you anything, and you're giving me this. And I'm like, all right, motherfuckers, wait till I come here next time. You ain't getting a dime.
Why that's roguish, bro. Weren't you the one talking about? Who was that talking about that? Wasn't it your buddy, fucking Hector, talking about asking people about their tipping? What the fuck are you doing?
Dude, I'm telling you that I am a regular customer at this marijuana dispensary, and I tip them at least $5 every time I go in. I'll buy an eighth. I still throw them a few dollars. When I buy my shit, I give them $5, $10. I give them a bunch of money. I'm buying a bunch of pot, and they tip me $3 for 3 meals. Fuck them, $1 each.
Yeah.
I'm not asking them. I'm telling them I know what I tipped them, and I know what they just tipped me. And I'm like, fuck y'all, man. I ain't
Yeah, I had a
tipping
pretty
y'all
decent
shit
day.
anymore.
I did close to $150 today, so I did good.
There you go. There you go.
And I only worked 7 hours today, so I did pretty good.
Nobody super chat him. He's rich. He don't need it.
Say what?
Nothing.
If you say I'm rich, I don't need it. Shut up.
I
Too
said
late.
nobody super chat Roy. He don't need it. He's rich.
Well, too
Motherfucker.
late. I already got $1.99 thanks to Jeffrey. Too late for that, motherfucker.
But Dino, dude, remember we used to watch Dino go shopping at night?
Yeah. His
And
cornbread.
he used to walk through the place and complain about the prices like an old man, and then he would like touch everything, and he would want to buy it, and then he'd look at the price and be like, "No, $5.99 is too much," and he'd set it back down. Dino's just a cheap old dude, man.
And you have to get his cornbread and shit. He hasn't said much
Yeah,
about his cornbread.
yeah, but
at
dude,
all.
remember he used to walk around the fucking supermarket sometimes at night, and he would always complain about the prices, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, the mechanic costs too much. This costs too much. He's one of those guys, man.
He'd show, and every time, like when he would go shopping at Walmart, he'd show the empty shelves, or he'd be like, "This is supposed to be this shelf, but it has this on it. This is supposed to be this shelf, but it has this on it." How the
Well,
fuck
dude, that
can
does
I go
piss me
shopping
off.
in Walmart? How can I go shopping when the app says it's supposed to be aisle 8, and when you come to
Right.
aisle 8, it's something totally different. It's the other aisle L. You remember those? I love those.
Well, dude, all the supermarkets are really good now at putting the different price items. Like, let's say there's bread for $1.99, $3.99, and $4.99. They're purposely stocking the more expensive bread under the price. Man,
Oh, look
they're
at that.
scamming the sh.
Uncuffed Sports Podcast, $1.99. Yeah. Thank you,
Did he
sir.
give you money?
He gave me $1.99, motherfucker. Hey,
All
you
right,
can give
dude,
Pedro.
so-
Hey, you can give Pedro $2. He can give me $2, motherfucker.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I paid Pedro $4, so now he gave you $2. So you got another $1.99 to go down the road somewhere, Pedro. Don't blow it all on Roy, man. He made 150 today. Leave it alone.
I'll probably buy another light in this bitch. No, not really. But now I got doctor's appointments coming up. My money goes for those.
Right. By the way, there's only one. I have the ability to go on as uncuffed, and sometimes I do. To go into chats, but usually in sports podcasts, not y'all. So if you see uncuffed, it's more than likely Hector. It's probably more than likely not me. I mean, I have the thing, I have the admin, and I can go and do it, but it's not me.
Oh yeah.
It's Hector because the other at some
go
point Tracy with the, I think a couple weeks ago was going out. That could be Cherry. I don't know if it's really Hector. No, it was Hector.
Okay, since you're not allowed up on Pedro's, what do you think about the whole metrics? Did I say it right, Scott Hall? Correct me if I'm wrong. The metrics. You stupid.
I mean, a bigger picture, dude, you know how I feel for a bunch of gig workers to give their idea of what the company should do. They ain't asking your opinion and they don't give a fuck. Unless your idea makes them more profit, they don't want to hear it. But as far as metrics goes, I do believe that the algorithm does something to you where if you don't take the shitty orders at some point, if you don't bow to them at some point, they have such a glut of extra drivers that it does matter. And it's hate, I'm up here with my little cherry pick thing saying always cherry pick. But the bottom line is if you cherry pick DoorDash and they will punish you, you won't get shit anymore. And that has to do with what they were talking about. But as far as there should be, they were talking about there should be a certain ratio where every driver should get this and that and the other. It's impossible to do because obviously if you live in Manhattan, it costs a hell of a lot more money than if you live in Idaho to live, to everything. So how would you do that?
Well, that where you live doesn't matter, in my opinion, because I'm the one that brought up the $10 flat delivery charge goes directly to the dasher. So every order has
$10 means a whole lot more in a little town than it does in a big city.
But it
so
doesn't
what's
matter.
$10?
But it's called being equal, making everybody on an equal playing field. Because we all know not everybody's on an equal playing field, and that's the whole idea.
Like in Mississippi, you get less minimum wage than California. And don't say that they're lefties. I'm going to give another example. You get less minimum wage than in other states. So because the cost of living is different.
But it's not about that. But it's not about that. It's about being
But it
equal on
is
the
because,
apps.
and we're going to use Bobby as an example. Bobby in Louisiana pays a lot less for expenses to run his car than I would in Florida. His car insurance is a lot less than mine. So shouldn't I
Okay.
make more than him?
No, because remember, poor choices. If you live in a specific area, that's what you chose. You chose to live in Green Acres, Florida. Sorry, you've already been doxxed, so I'm not doxing you.
Oh my
You
God, they're
chose to live
outside
in
my house.
you choose to live in Green Acres. If you move to Miami, you choose to live in Miami, where it's more expensive. You make those
Right.
choices, but to make sure everybody is getting their equal percent of the pie and being equal on the apps, if it's a $10 flat delivery charge for everybody, there's no complaining that Cherry gets special treatment because he's on this tier or he's doing this or he's doing that or I got to
Right,
do.
but Roy, if they did it, it would be what, $10 plus tip. So then they would keep the fucking higher tip to the people that take all the orders. They would still do it.
But it doesn't matter. Would you be more likely to take if every order that came to your phone from DoorDash was $10? Would you take them?
I don't give a fuck, Roy. Certain restaurants, no certain distances, no certain hours of traffic. No, $10 you can stick up your ass. They want me to go 8 miles in rush hour traffic for only $10. I ain't doing it. I'm gonna decline it. It's rush hour and it's only $10 for 8 miles. Those are the orders that people are taking on a regular. And they're
Yeah, but
taking
see,
them for fucking, they're taking them,
okay,
Roy, for 6.75 with
yeah,
the hope that there's a
but
hidden tip.
but right now they're taking those same rush hour middle of the lunch traffic orders for fucking $2,
For $2,
right?
yeah, the dumb motherfuckers.
They're
Yeah,
taking
they
them for
are.
two
Yeah, they are.
dollars. So
Yeah,
what
they
the
are.
fuck? Why wouldn't $10 be more of an incentive to keep
Of
a
course it
high
would, but who's paying the $10? The customer is already paying
customer?
too much. They're
The
already
customer.
paying too much.
How much? Okay, when you guys say the customer's already paying too much, when was the last time you ordered on DoorDash?
I have never ordered on DoorDash, Uber
Oh,
Eats,
so
nothing ever. I won't.
you don't even know what customers are being charged. Who orders on DoorDash that could give me when they ordered last and how much they had to pay?
Well, Hector orders Uber Eats all the time, and he just
Well,
ordered
that
Dash
don't change.
Pass and said he ain't doing it.
Yeah, you told me that
Hector's an
story.
Uber Eats guy. That's the only
But
one
I'm
I
just
know.
if the
Dude,
customer will pay.
listen, what kind of dumb delivery driver works for $2 and no tips all day and then goes home and orders Uber Eats and pays all the extra money? Why the fuck didn't you just pick up your own food on the way home?
Because
The
brains
fuck is
are
wrong with you people, dude? Dude, it's
yeah.
like if you cut lawns for a living and then your own house, you pay a lawn guy to do it. It's like, what the fuck's the matter with y'all?
But I'm saying if they made even if they did an $8 delivery charge, then it's $8 delivery
Right,
charge.
but then it goes back to what you said, Roy. Why should they do any of it? They like it the way it is. The more money that the customer has to give the driver, it's the less money that the corporation gets.
No, it's not technically.
How many times have you ever heard a customer say, "Well, there was an $8.99 delivery fee. I'm not tipping because you just got $8.99." When you don't get that, they don't really realize
But
that the driver doesn't get that.
I'm just saying, in order to be fair to drivers and make sure drivers are making money, because if not, we already see the legislation going through Washington, California, Massachusetts. We're already seeing where the legislation is going through that they're being forced to pay this shit anyways. So why not? Why, in my opinion, not jump ahead a bit and say, okay, we don't need you to regulate us because we already pay. Boom, this much delivery charge goes directly to the dasher. They get to keep all the tips, so there's no having to get legislators involved in dictating how much these companies are paying you. Right?
Dude, that's the thing. I'm not agreeing. I'm not disagreeing with a lot
Oh,
of you
yeah, you can
saying. So,
disagree all you want. Everybody disagrees. I wouldn't expect
right.
you. I'm too big for you to
But
suck on.
see, that's where you and me agree on too much of it. Where, hey, man, at the end of the day, you're a dumb motherfucker that wants to sit in front of McDonald's waiting for no tip orders all day and have at it, man. It ain't gonna change my life. I ain't doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
And for the people that complain about it all the time, fucking, and you still do it and still do it, and I'm guilty of that because you just heard me complaining. You get what you deserve, man. Quit complaining. That's what you get. Hey, Dino, go fucking get another job somewhere.
You know what? Well,
Me,
you know
go
what's
get a
crazy?
job.
You know what's crazy? I'm surprised McDonald's doesn't just do their own deliveries. Because
Dude, I'm gonna tell you
McDonald's,
right now that
McDonald's,
Chick-fil-A has the model. They
yeah.
bought their own cars.
Oh
They
yeah.
they make it fair. Dude, you know what they do because they take all the good orders now? They tip pool everybody in the restaurant. So when you're a delivery driver and you do a catering and get like a $40 tip, you have to share that tip with every employee and all the tips for the day. And you rotate. You're not a delivery driver full time. Some days, some weeks you don't deliver at all and you're working in a place. Some weeks you deliver only and they share all the money equally. So it makes a minimum wage person at the end of the week at Chick-fil-A gets a bonus check of part of the deliveries. And they're all making good money over there, dude. It's not a bad job.
Oh no, that makes sense. Can you hold it down while I go to the restroom without?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
don't lose.
I'll
Don't
hold
lose
them.
my monetization, motherfucker.
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna take this channel down before he can fucking shake that weenie.
You want to be like the rest of them.
But yeah, y'all, I'm not complaining that I made $102 in one order. I'm complaining that I only got paid $4 and that it was all tip and that is bullshit. And then I'm saying it in an intelligent way. I know what they're getting paid. So like I said, I'm not gonna do the math again, but for like $250, I got four. And that's what's crazy. And if you allow them to do it now, they've already degraded my catering where that used to be, a $30 or $35. Now it's fucking this. Pretty soon it's going to be $75, $60. Then they're going to start fucking doing what, Uber and DoorDash does where they start fucking eliminating where the people can tip freely and they have certain suggestions and those suggestions are not what you and I want for, don't think that that's fair. I mean, whatever. I mean, hey. Cool. Dude, I just got something from Hector that just texted me something and it says it was from Chipper Jones and I didn't realize it. I thought Chipper Jones left a message on one of our sports channels, but it wasn't. The fuck, Hector? I thought Chipper Jones left a message to us. Hector just texted me and it was a thing where Chipper Jones is leaving a thing about Ozzy Osbourne. And I thought it was on our channel. I was like, Hector, Chipper Jones, the fucking Braves guy, just left us a message. You're a dick, Hector. You got me all excited. I was like, I told you Chipper Jones walked this cherry.
What do you think? So what do you think the future of gig work is going to be?
Little by little, states without government protection, and I'm in one of those because I got DeSantis, are going to regulate and make it really fucking weird like they did in New York, like they did in California, like they did in Seattle. And some places are going to adjust, and I think some are not. I think all in all, California seems to be adjusting. I don't hear a whole lot of complaining from DoorDash and Uber about it. I hear from the drivers complaining, but I don't hear Uber and DoorDash complaining. They helped write that, the Prop 22. But I see in Washington where everybody is complaining. The customers complaining, the drivers complaining, and the companies are complaining. Everybody's complaining. So that is obviously a failed little experiment that they're doing over there. But I think little by little, like I said, Roy, a state like Florida, DeSantis ain't going to allow that bullshit. But a state like Massachusetts, they will. You see, it just depends. But eventually, it's going to spread to the federal government, and they're going to have to mandate something for our workers. And it's going to be tied to taxes because when the federal government steps in, they want to get their cut. So it's going to mean, like you say, it's not going to be good. It's going to mean you think tax-free. They're going to figure out a way to tax us more because now the federal government's got the little fingers in us. That's what I think, dude. Once there's federal regulations, usually some sort of tax for the employee or the worker gets introduced at some point.
You think so?
Whether it's to make sure that we're paying our fair share of even just Social Security and the Medicare that a lot of drivers tend not to pay.
Yeah. Well, that's because
So they're going to at least enforce that.
You're supposed to pay that your own.
Right, but a lot of people finagle that because remember, Roy, all you drivers that think you're so smart to have a good tax fucking person, that when you show less income, it shows less Social Security, so you have less retirement. It shows less that you're putting into the system. So when a W-2 worker is going to have a high, Roy's Social Security check may be higher than my Social Security check because I've been a 1099. He's been paying more into the system than me on a consistent basis. His Social Security check will be higher than mine, maybe. And y'all don't keep that in mind.
If Social Security is even around by the time we get to that age.
Dude, it'll be, you know why it'll always be around? Because old people are the only people that vote, and you don't start taking away old people's money. Republican or Democrat, they ain't taking away grandma's money. She'll go vote. She'll go vote you out of office.
So
and
what
that's
is that?
One thing that's a fact.
So what are your plans for your channel? And I'm going to ask this, and I'm being serious because you on and off all the fucking time. What is going to be the plan for your channel?
Okay, as far as Cherry in general goes, I'm going to, Hector took the summer off. So I am going to resume doing more lives on Uncuffed, and for football season, we're going to go at it. I'm still going to do Cherry. That's why, if you notice, I'm only really going live once a week. I don't want to be on YouTube as, the Always Cherry Pick channel and be on all the time. And then when football season starts, only do once a week. So I'm going to try to do Tuesdays. If you see, I'm doing more geek content, and I'm trying to be serious about some issues in my Cherry humor or disgusting way, as some people would like to put it, but I'm still being Cherry. But you see, I'm talking about different issues, and obviously I stepped up my AI game, and my channel looks clean and badass to the point where no gig tuber can fucking even compare. Optically, when you look at my channel, I am the premier channel right now. I don't give a fuck if y'all hate me, dox me, fucking do whatever you want. Say I'm a piece of shit. Say I don't know nothing, dude. Y'all can fucking say what you want. I have the premier GigTube channel, better looking than Pedro's, more fucking real organic views than any GigTuber out there at this point.
Yeah, just like the little red-haired girl biting her lip, licking her tongue. What do you need, Cherry? Give me that bullshit.
Yeah, dude. I just want to let everybody know that I do have the best GigTube channel in the world on YouTube.
I had to leave when you were saying that, bro. I was like, did he just say she bites her lip and shit? I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I'm like, what? She bite her lip, rubs her clit. Oh, Cherry, you can have a slushie for free. Like the fuck?
Dude, she's little red-haired girl, and she has the round glasses, and she's so like, and it's so funny. And then when she sees me, she's like, "Oh, listen to his voice," and then she gets all excited. She's like, "I got daddy issues. My parents were divorced, and all this stuff's running through her head."
Oh my god, dude.
But is that a good answer? I didn't mean to divert the answer. I did not come back to do drama. I did not come back to fight anybody. The best thing I can do to anybody that doesn't like me that has a GigTube channel is beat them. And I can do that with my hands tied behind my back. I can do that while I'm running multiple sports channels. It's not hard. There is no GigTube content, dude. Look at what the fucking people are doing. Nothing. Same tired old shit for fucking 6 years.
Well, that's what I'm saying. What's new in the gig world that you can?
Well, you see, I'm kind of being like, the way Jeff Thomas Black was, but in a different way, because he used to go unintelligent all the time and go say stupid shit. So I'm
Yeah, it's
trying to stick up for the worker, and at the same time, I'm being mean and calling workers stupid and ignorant and shit because it's like you guys are blind to what you and I are talking about. Most drivers, even if they agreed some of the points, are going to go to sleep tonight and make sure that they're on a schedule for DoorDash in the morning and start the same stupid process over again and never change. But they're the same people we see on here, Roy, every year complaining in the chat, the same motherfucking people.
yeah. That's what I'm
This
saying.
isn't
Like,
week after week or month after month. This is year after year. You and me see the same people saying the same stupid shit and don't go out and get another job or do something to change the situation. Misery loves company. There's a group of gig tubers, and I guess I'm around them, that love to bitch about orders all day.
yeah, because I've been thinking about trying to, because my channel's all over the fucking place, dude. So I've been
You
trying
ain't
to,
a gig channel, dude. You just hang out with gig people. You don't really talk about gig stuff every once in a while.
not everybody is gig people, but
Right.
you know,
No,
but
but you get what I'm saying. I'm not gonna wake up tomorrow morning. You're gonna do a short talking about tips and tricks with Grubhub. What the fuck?
yeah, that ain't happening. Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't like that.
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah,
dude, I mean, I don't know. Your channel is you, dude. Dude, listen, even everybody that's using the AI and all the different stuff, the personality of the person that owns the channel still comes through, good or bad. And then you have a certain personality, dude. They're like YouTube has a hard time placing you. They're not sure. They're not sure what to do with you.
yeah, exactly.
They're not. Because you're not on one subject, you're not on one thing. 1 week you're talking about fucking relationships, the next week you're talking about DoorDash, the next week, and that's like a Reese thing. I know I don't want to bring up Reese, but Reese is all over the map. YouTube has a hard time placing his channel. He's talking about all different kinds of shit at once. And to be honest with you, if he had it over again and I could ever talk to him back in the past, I'd be like, Reese, you need to basically keep everything on each channel, because the YouTube gets confused with you, brother. You should have had 5 different channels. You should have your fucking, the black race channel, the rights channel, the fucking all that stuff, But dude, your channel it's the same as it always was, man. I don't
It's
know.
all over the fucking place. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been thinking of trying to start another channel and do something else, doing like reviews
Dude,
and stuff like that,
right.
stuff like that. Because I did
Dude, I don't know.
the hiking channel, but we haven't been able to connect to do any hiking, so that channel kind of just died on its own.
Dude, it's hard. And I mean, think about it, man.
Well, because of his
you
work schedule,
right.
we're not able to, like before. We were every weekend we were able to go out and hike and do all that crazy shit. But now that he got his new job, it just totally killed that channel. So now
Right,
it's
but
like,
then you run into what I run into where people begged me to come back, used to give me super chats, want to cash at me. And then I say, okay, I'm coming back and doing sports. And they're like, we don't like sports. We're not ever going to talk to you again. So they're going to be like, we don't like hiking, Roy. We like when you complain about fucking Dino, and we're never going to come watch you hike. It's like, that's what
well, I never put my hiking channel out there for anybody to go to. Only
Right,
certain
but you get my point, dude. A lot of people only want me to be cherry. They don't want me to talk about sports. They don't
Well,
want
yeah.
to see Roy fucking in a cave with a fucking flashlight. They want to see Roy complain about fucking, shake the soda and complain about somebody. The fuck?
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's the truth, dude. It's like,
Well, yeah.
people like you for a certain niche. And for better or worse. It's
Or
good
I should
sometimes,
say-
and then
or I
other
should
times
say-
it's not.
I should say people hate me too for the same reason.
Dude, it ain't so, it's not such a bad thing to be hated, man. Get used to it. You're used to it by now. I'm used to it by now. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I'm at that point. Like that shit I heard.
What?
Like that shit I heard today. Who gives a shit? Like
With who? With what's his name?
with you know who?
Yes.
That bullshit.
Yeah, but dude,
why was that? Why did that even come up? Why did that even come up?
he just mentioned it. I think he wanted to talk about it last week when y'all were up there. And I'm not exactly sure, but I knew he's been like a little off with you, and now I know why. Because
I
you're
just
an
haven't.
ice supporter. You're an ice
I-
supporter, fucker. Fucking Roy.
Oh, fucking well.
You're an ice
What is
supporter.
that?
You and
See, what is
Tracy.
that? See, that's sad. That's sad. Just goes back to my political views are my political views. Yours are yours. I'm not trying to force you into believing what I want. And I don't hate if Cherry loves illegals. Good for Cherry. Good for
Right.
Cherry.
Well,
And I'm not going
that's
to hold it
partially why I
against.
don't like to talk about politics on YouTube, because I have friends that are very to the right. And when we go out to dinner, sometimes it gets heated. And sometimes people have hard feelings. And at the end of the day, you're like, dude, we're best friends. We've known each other for decades. We've been business partners. Did we just really get in a fight based on CNN and Fox? I
Yeah, I
mean, I took care of your fucking daughter every summer when she came down from up north while you were working, dude. We're best friends, man. What the fuck we did? We really just get in a real argument over bullshit, propaganda on both sides?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't understand.
Yeah, dude. I mean, at the
It is
end
what
of
it
the day,
is.
dude, you know.
I just let it go. Like, move on. Do your thing. I'll do mine. It is what it is.
He'll be back. He'll be back.
Not here. He won't.
Oh, here we go.
Oh no, for reals. No, I'm done. I'm done.
Okay.
So, it's, once I get when I've been backstabbed more than once by the same person, you're done. I have no desire.
Right.
You know.
That's how I got a set of
I
steak knives, bro.
allow you because you've never backstabbed me for the most part. You've always been a dick or a nice dick, not as bad of a
Right.
dick. You've always been
Dude, I've never
consistent.
backstabbed you. I come right up here and tell you to
Well,
your
that's what I'm
face.
saying. You've always been.
Yeah, and you
You've
too.
always
You
been.
too. For
Yeah,
the most part, you're the same way, dude. You're like, yeah.
You've always been consistent. So.
Dude, they were both canceling us, and we were sitting there together going, I don't even like you, Roy. And you're like, you're kind of a dick, Jerry. And we were like, yeah,
right.
but, you know. You're sticking up for me saying, and I don't even like this guy.
I can tell Cherry I'm going on Wardy's. He's live. I don't know what that means.
All right, go ahead, back there. Have fun.
Is it some kind of sport thing or something?
Yeah, it's a Mets guy.
Oh, fuck
He's
that.
He's going to talk about the fucking. He's going to do sports. He wants to talk about sports.
Baltimore Orioles, bitch, going to the World Series. Baltimore Orioles, all the way.
See, now here's my problem. For me to go around to these sports channels, I cannot really listen. I can go on and comment as Hector, but I can't listen to an extended period of time under Hector's name when I'm on the admin. So it's hard for me. So I need Hector to go over there and start saying some stuff to Wordy, who's a popular guy, a Mets guy, and starts being Cherry and being up there and going, hey, how come your hair's so funny? Hey, are you gay? Hey, and start all that trouble in the sports community so people say, who's this guy? And he goes over and looks at our channel. So that's what he's going to do right now. He's going to go troll a fucking guy to try to get some subscribers for us, probably.
Oh, nice.
And we know why he's doing it, because usually he'd be trying to get laid right now. But he said on my channel, I'm sure Wendy's real proud, that he had sex in the morning and it made him nauseous.
I thought he wasn't allowed to because the brother's in town or something.
No, the brother's been gone for 2 weeks, dude. He's been fucking like twice a day. Yeah, he kicked the brother out.
So what does he mean? He got nauseous? Like, is he pregnant or something? Like, what the fuck?
He said, for all you people that have morning sex, I don't know how you do it. I did it, and then my stomach felt really bad, and I had to eat a lot, and I felt nauseous. He was saying that on my live today. So that's why he's not trying to get laid right now from Wendy, because he already got laid. So he got nothing to do. He's bored, so he's going to be on YouTube tonight because he already got his shit. Yeah.
Does he need to eat a Snickers while he's getting his freak on so he keeps his blood sugar up or something?
Dude, when I go back and listen to my live, because I haven't listened to it yet, I want to see how he worded it, because I might clip it. If he actually says I had sex and it made me sick to my stomach, if it sounds like that, I might clip it and he'll kill me.
Yeah, I'm like, what is that, dude? Like, he's being
Yeah.
sick.
I'm like,
It
damn,
sounds like
man. When you know,
sounds like
like,
he's
don't be saying that shit.
sounds like he's got morning sickness, dude. Like, what
Yeah.
the
He
fuck,
said I
dude?
was so
Like,
nauseous I had to eat chicken wings, chicken fingers, or some shit he was saying.
oh wow, dude. Like,
Who
what?
knows?
Oh my gosh, dude. I've never had that issue in my life. I'm 53 years old. I never had
Did you
that
miss
issue.
that part when you delivered where he said that he didn't have sex for 2 weeks and he felt like a virgin when he did finally? He made it sound like he was locked up for 2 years or
Oh
something,
my
dude. It was
god.
2 weeks. 2 weeks. He was like, y'all don't understand, man. Everybody should try it. It felt like I was a virgin again. It was really good. I was like, God damn, dude, it was only 2 weeks.
No shit. He must be pretty weak at sex if he thinks
Dude,
after 2 weeks it's like a virgin again.
dude,
Oh my
was he
god.
fucking what the brother was in the living room and Wendy was in the bedroom and he was in the shower whacking off because he couldn't get laid? Was he fucking, are you that desperate, Hector?
Yeah, no shit. After 2 weeks he feels like being a virgin again.
Yeah.
He must be horrible at sex if that's the case.
Dude, I'm
God
doing the
damn.
sexy sports pics and he's texting me saying, cut it out. I ain't been fucked in over a week. Stop doing the girls in the bikinis on the sports pics, dude.
Come
I was like,
on.
what? And then he's like, yeah,
Wow.
this fucking kid's here and I can't get nothing.
Oh wow. God damn, dude.
But yeah, dude, you don't know the story? Him and Wendy talked. Wendy told the kid, hey, you've been here for like a month and, when were you planning on going home? In the next couple weeks, I want you to go home. And he goes, okay, I'll leave in a couple weeks. And then the next morning, he said, I already booked the flight. Take me to the airport right now. Fuck y'all.
Wow, really? Damn. Took it
Not
personal.
not fuck y'all, but was like short about it and pissed off and left. Instead of
Oh
saying,
wow.
okay, I'll stay another week. Thanks for letting me stay here. Paid for every meal, ate all my food in the refrigerator. Fucking took him out for dinner and lunch and to the water parks. He never pulled his wallet out one time. And then the motherfucking guy gets mad when he say, hey, it's time to go, bitch.
Oh wow. Some people just
But the kid
ungrateful.
came with a one-way ticket, Roy. So what do you expect?
Yeah, exactly. Some people just have no fucking.
Right, but Hector was telling the kid, hey, if you want to move here from New York, we'll help you. But you can't just sit on our couch all summer. You got to do something, man. What the fuck?
Yeah, exactly. Get a job, do something.
Yeah, dude, Hector don't care.
Yeah. All right, cool. Well, I'm gonna end this bad boy. Yeah, it's cool to have you
Uh,
up here. Have a
so
good
any
little
other
conversation.
questions, man? Jesus. Glitch Stash fucking interviewed me the other day. You were interviewing me now. Damn.
We were having that discussion earlier, and because I was working, I
Right.
really couldn't. I
Yeah, I
really
know, I
couldn't
know,
get
I
to it.
know.
Shut up, then. Then quit bitching and crying, you fucker.
Yeah,
Fucking
dude.
whining like these
I
motherfuckers
do.
about their
You know
money.
what they say about me? They're right. All I do is bitch and whine all the time. I always play the victim. I'm such a fucking crybaby.
Right. You come on these channels, want some fucking attention. Somebody gives you attention. Now you want to complain about the attention. Why do
Yeah,
people get bothered? Fuck.
yeah. Why are they bothering me, man?
Why you bothering me, fucker? And then you come up here. I want attention, bitches.
Yeah, dude, it's funny.
Fuck. All right. Well, I
All right.
appreciate you coming out, man, and finish that
Yeah,
discussion.
man. Dude, close your shit out. Say goodbye to everybody. Good night, everybody.
Exactly. All right. See you guys. Thanks, guys, for coming up here. I appreciate the 199s. Appreciate you, Hector. Appreciate you, Jeffrey, there. Thanks for coming over. Now, go back to picking up your $3 orders and make better decisions. Remember, you are the creator of your own destiny, so you guys got to get out there and do it. But I appreciate you guys coming over. We'll probably do another live stream this week, so maybe our normal weekend one. I'm still working on getting a special guest, so I'm trying to get another special guest here. So hopefully, in the next 2 weeks or so, we'll have another special guest up here, or I'll try to get Piper to come back if she's not busy. She's got her boyfriend, so I gotta respect. I gotta respect the boundaries. So we'll try to get Piper back if she's willing to come back. You know, but so we'll talk to you guys later. You guys have a good night. Be safe out there. Make sure you pick better orders, or get a W-2, whatever works. That's fine. So we'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one. Thanks, Jeffrey. Appreciate you.